Hello and welcome back to Untitled-2 podcast. This podcast is different from previous podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, it's been a while since we did a recording session. So
yeah, we have to record a few for the Christmas vacation.
Yeah. So I rebranded because it's 2018.
Yeah, boy.
Which is why if you're watching on YouTube, there's a new video loop.
Do I have to make a new jingle?
No, I like it. It's still my ringtone.
Okay.
I'm still happy with it.
I'm a number one fan.
I think we're our only fans.
I'm not a fan of you.
So, what do we do when we record podcasts? How does this usually go?
We usually talk about things for like an hour, and then
Sounds
it's a
like
wrap.
such a drag.
Don't say that. You showed me your phone. You got shit fucking.
Yeah, I know. I've got a huge fuck. I've ran out of. I exhausted the character limit on my memo of shit to talk about. So let's kick things off with talking about the Christmas holidays. But also, before we do that, I'll remind everyone we're still gonna do a reading of My Immortals.
Hell yeah! It's been a while for us.
Or My Immortal, or whatever it was called.
Just pure shit.
My sister, who gave us the link to the fan fiction, asked me to clarify something. When we first started reading it, I said it was Immortal Instruments.
Yeah, it turned out not to be the case.
And it wasn't. But apparently, I said that she told me it was.
I remember this,
but she didn't. It's because when she told me about it, she was reading Immortal Instruments.
Okay.
So,
Why?
Bit of confusion.
Why? She also told me to tell you that you need to read out author notes more. But I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I read them all.
Yeah.
So unless she's got a different
version.
Yeah.
Because this one has been like reconstructed because it all went, into the chasm of the internet for a while, didn't it?
Yeah. Somebody re-uploaded it anyway. So anyway, we'll come back to that. So let's talk about Christmas. You got any Christmas stories?
Not really. My Christmas was average.
Mine
broke myself because I had to buy presents for like 1 million kids.
Yes.
My sister just won't stop popping them out, so
I just have too much family. Do you ever get like that? Do you ever just think, I wish like half of them had just, die?
No. But I do have a bit of advice for you and anyone else who may listen to this in the future or as it uploads. Don't buy fad toys for kids. Ever. It's just not worth it. Right? I think, was it last year or year before, my sister struggled to get a Hatchimal for her daughter.
I remember this bullshit.
And it turns out the people who make the Hatchimals purposely fucking put a squeeze on how much they were sending out, distributing. They had a fucking warehouses full of them, but they was like, oh no, we've got none left. And then they whacked the fucking price up when they miraculously found a storage unit full of them.
Oh, right.
And so my sister first was like, she pre-ordered them or something like that, and they were like, oh no, sorry, they're all sold out. So she had to wait ages for Tesco to finally get one in. And when she did, it was like double the price to her, but like all her daughter wanted was a Hatchimal.
Right.
And yeah, everyone I talk about the Hatchimals as well. All the same story. They had it hatched, they played with it for like 5 minutes, they never touched it ever again.
Oh my god.
And this year I bought something called an LOL doll. LOL doll. And it cost me 20 quid because they went out of stock, obviously. And it's what my niece wanted. And it's like no bigger, it comes in a ball that's like no bigger than like maybe twice the size of a tennis ball.
Right.
And all it's got in it is one little tiny doll, mate. You could fucking shove up your nose. It's that small.
Oh, Jesus.
With like 7 accessory items on it, and you got to collect them all. They're supposed to be 20
basically
10 quid.
A £20 gachapon, basically. Isn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be about a tenner, but because obviously they went out of stock, I had to get it for £23 it cost me. And I was just like, this is the worst. Instant buyer's remorse. I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever bought in my life. And I've bought some shit stuff in my life I've never needed or intended to use.
Yeah.
So yeah, fad toys, don't buy them, ever. Just buy them something that you'd want to play with as a kid. I bought my nephew a box of 480 pieces of Connects, and he was grateful as fuck for it.
Yeah, that's what I would do. If I was buying something that I would want as a kid, it would just be Lego and construction toys and shit like that. So my Christmas was in France
Uh-huh.
again. Did it last year, so I was kind of used to it this time. Except my girlfriend's Italian family came over, which I wasn't prepared for at all. Like, I barely speak French, and they speak 2 languages, but not English. Her granddad kept slipping into Italian, so he'd like be talking in French to all the French people in the room, then he'd slip into Italian like he didn't notice, and everyone would be like, okay. And we ended up playing this like Italian card game called Scopa, which is broom in English. And he kept doing this thing which I found absolutely hilarious. You know that old meme that went around with the Italian hand thing?
Yeah.
Like Italians do everything with the hand
Like that, yeah.
like I'm doing, which people can't see. Well, he put cards down like that. And he'd like hold it in the air and waft it a little bit and then go whap it on the table. I found that hilarious. So we went Christmas shopping in France to buy presents for her family because we couldn't buy them here because we didn't bring a suitcase because we didn't want our luggage to be thrown around in the plane. So we had to buy it in France. And I went to like a French version of Game. I can't remember what it was called, actually. But
Game.
but the security system, you know, like the security tag items, so that you can like leave, and they'll demagnetize it so it doesn't set off the beeping things. They don't demagnetize them there. They just get a Stanley knife out and cut through them on the back of your packaging. So like, imagine if you bought an Amiibo there and you didn't want to open it, so it retained its value, but this guy Stanley knives the shit out of the back of it. You'd be well pissed off. I can't believe they do that there, especially in a store like that. It's ridiculous.
Are you sure it's like a nationwide thing? Maybe they just broken the demagnetizer thing, or I don't know.
Well, that's a good point. I didn't really think about that. But everything that happened that was weird, I was like, fucking French people.
Do you know what's weird? This year, I noticed, like, when I went Christmas shopping with my sister, like, it was very brief. It was, like, 2 days before Christmas. And she bought some clothing for someone, like pyjama set or something like that, and it came in a little plastic sealed package thing. Mm-hmm. It had a magnet on the clothing inside the sealed packaging.
What?
It's like, what's the fucking point? So the person had to open the packaging just to demagnetize the thing. Couldn't even find it at first because it wasn't even visible. She had to like stick around in there and like feel around. I'm like, I've never witnessed that before in England. It's usually on single pieces of clothing that are out on racks.
Yeah.
If it comes in a plastic package, it's usually it just doesn't have one, you know, because it's like it's already in a package.
Well, don't they have to set those security tags up in store? So that means somebody's opened the packages, put the security tag on, repackaged them, and then put them on the rack or whatever. Let's lighten the mood with something we both love. Pizza.
Hell yeah.
I had a pizza in France. Expected, a pizza. And I was like, oh, this is dope. I miss pizza. French food's dope and everything, but pizza, you can't beat pizza.
French food's dope. You don't have to lie.
Well, there are some really nice cheeses. The bread is phenomenal.
I'm pretty sure.
And foie gras is phenomenal.
I'm pretty sure I'd love French food, but you're a picky son-bitch at best, so...
Yeah, that's true. So, this pizza that I talking about...
Yeah.
I discovered there's definitely there's definitely such a thing as too much cheese.
Really?
There was a lot of cheese. Lots of different types of cheese. Some of them had that waxy skin that it's got, and they just melted it onto the pizza. And there was no tomato puree on this pizza. It was cream cheese. That's too much cheese.
Are you sure? This sounds like one of those, the Tasty on Facebook. It's like one of their recipes.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It's like, they can be like making a recipe and you're like, oh mate, this looks delicious. Then it's like, and now a whole fucking bar of cream cheese.
Yeah. Well,
it's like, wow.
I did like it. It tasted nice. It was really sickly. It filled me up super fast, but I kept eating it anyway.
How many slices did you stomach?
I don't know. I shared it with a dad, so I don't actually know.
That must have been pleasant.
I won't call it a pizza, really. I'd say it should be called something else.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't a pizza.
Cheese on bread.
It was just a nice, really big cheese toasty.
Okay.
Mostly it just made me want to come home and have a normal pizza.
Have you had one since?
No.
Oh.
No. That still needs to happen.
I'm
So-
up for that.
While I was there, I also watched this show called La Vie Secrète du Chat, which is The Secret Life of Cats. And my girlfriend's family is very cat orientated, so they were
Just say how it is, mate. They are fucking absolutely crazy for cats.
yeah, they're insane about cats. But this show it made them look really normal. To be fair,
Really?
it basically there's these people that put trackers on cats and let them roam around and
Yeah.
they see where they've been. And there was this woman that was like, when she came on screen, her name was on the bottom, and under that it was like cat tracking specialist. And like, how do you specialize in tracking cats?
Do you remember when I worked at Victoria Hall?
Yeah.
Right. All the guys that worked there were 0-hour contract guys, right? One of them had his own business. His business was the tagging and tracking of cats.
No way.
Yeah, wait.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
The information they got from it was always kind of silly. It was like, your cat crosses this road a few kilometres away. And she's like, oh my god, I can't believe my lazy cat goes all the way across that road. And then she's like really stressed about it. Like, she goes to the main road and she's like, look how many cars are. I can't believe my cat crosses this. And then it shows her struggling to cross the road. And then she finds a dead rat on the other side. And she's like, this is why the cats are coming here. This is why there's dead rat. And it's like already fully decomposed. It's like half a rat skeleton. It's like, what do you expect? It's a cat. Why are you shocked?
Fucking, it baffles me how people are that, like, into the cats.
Yeah.
I've had a few cats in my life, man, and I fucking hated them all. They're all cunts.
Yeah, I've yet to find a cat that's like nice.
Yeah, you see the odd video on the internet of this cat that's proper affectionate and just really pleasant, and then you get a cat and it's the most vicious feral bastard you've ever fucking met.
Maybe that just says something about you.
Like, other people as well, they're always like, oh, my cat's so great, it's so wonderful, and I'm meeting
Well,
it.
that
and
that
it's
happened
like,
in France. There was this one cat that everyone was like, oh, she's so lovely and everything, but every time I went near it, it bit me. Like, I didn't even like do anything to warrant being bit. And then it happened to my girlfriend's mum as well, and she was like, oh my god, it just bit me. And I'm like,
I have a theory, right, about cat lovers. I think cat lovers, right, are all also cake lovers, because it's the same fucking concept, innit? They don't. It's not about on the inside of the cat. The cat could be an absolute fucking black hole on the inside. As long as it looks cute and fluffy on the outside, they love it. It's the best cat in the world. It's the same for cakes, mate. Cakes look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside they're just fluff. So that's my theory. Cat lovers, cake lovers can go fuck themselves. I'm all about them dogs and them pies and those dog pies
dog pies. Nice.
and those pie dogs.
Speaking of pies, there was a pie in France called King's Pie. It's got frangipane in it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like an almond paste, I think, something like that. I don't fucking know, actually. But basically, you cut it into slices, share it among the family, and one of the slices has a really shit, like, Kinder Egg toy hidden in it.
Okay.
And if you get the Kinder Egg toy, you get the crown that came with the pie, but the crown is put under the pie and covered in pie grease. Like, it's a really cool concept, but everything about it is just kind of...
What happens if, like, you've all finished your slice and it's like, so who got the fucking prize? And you just look over at Grandad in the corner, he's like going, he's just fucking blue in the face.
Just trying to cough up a...
Don't help him out, just put the crown on his head and like, there you go.
a little shitty figure of Dobby that came in it. But on that cat show, actually, I forgot to mention, there was one cat which was fucking... It used to go hunt things and bring them back and leave them on the windowsill. But it wouldn't, like, bring back a mouse with a broken neck and leave it there. It'd bring back, like, a fucking kidney or a heart and just leave it on the windowsill, just bleeding everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck? So it's normal for cats to hunt things that are below them on the food chain, but this cat used to hunt weasels.
Wow.
And then bring back only an organ or a head
Wow.
and leave it on the windowsill.
Do you know why
It was so brutal.
Do you know why cats do that?
No.
Apparently, when they bring back dead mice and leave it on the doorstep and stuff like that, or in the house, they're trying to teach you how to hunt. Because they basically see you as giant, furless fucking kittens that are retarded. They're trying to teach you how to...
French apples. French apples are like the size of my fist. They're huge.
Yeah.
But they're really lumpy. It looks like they've got cancer or something, and you're a bit like wary about eating it. And you've got to skin it, or at least thoroughly wash it before you eat it, because the outside tastes like pure chemicals, mate. It's like, obviously that's how the apples got so huge, because they're so diluted with chemicals.
Have you I saw a Facebook post where this butcher, or a few butchers, confessed that when they get some meat and they're cutting up, if they spot a cancer lump in the meat or something like that, they're supposed to throw the entire meat away because obviously it's a cancer.
Yeah.
But they're all like, nah, it's a waste of profit, so they just cut it out and sell it.
Nice.
It's probably not bad for you, but how many bits of meat do you reckon you've eaten in your life that's been cancer meat?
Yeah. French pedestrian crossings. If it's on a crossroads, you know, like the one outside where I live.
Yeah.
There's this huge crossroad there, and there's hundreds of cars that go over it in an hour.
Yeah.
Probably more. If you get the pedestrian crossing to work, all cars on that road stop from all directions.
Right.
You're not going to get hit by a car. In France, they'll stop the cars from coming in one direction, but there's still a chance that a car can come from the other direction and hit you, because they're fully allowed to do that because the light's not red.
So basically the French government is saying you have a right to cross half of the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't get it at all.
Do you know over here when you're waiting for the light to go green so you can cross, and then at the bottom it'll say walk and highlighted. In France they say walk or don't, whatever, we give up.
We surrender. I have another note on my memo about France, but it seems there was a typo or something as I was typing it in, and half of the note's missing, so all I've got is the French biz, the worst thing, why, what the fuck?
Okay. You don't know what that is.
Bisou.
Okay.
So you've all seen it. When you meet somebody new, you either side of the head, and it's fucking. I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet a stranger and they're like bonjour, and then fucking slap their cheek on the side of mine. I don't know where your cheek's been. I don't know where you sleep. I don't want to do it. It's disgusting. I mean, also, I've got a beard which is unhygienic as fuck.
Wash your beard.
Why would you? No, not my specific beard, but having a beard is pretty unhygienic. And people shouldn't want me slapping my face on theirs either. They don't know me. I find it so weird that they do this. And I thought it was just people you knew. But no, if you meet someone for the first time, you've got to like fucking rub cheeks with them, or you're rude as fuck.
You got to assimilate into the cultures, mate. You can't be you're basically American.
Well, no, what I've done is avoided assimilating into their culture, and any French person that actually knows me will hug me or shake my hand, because that's less weird than making kissy sounds in people's ears. Like, what the fuck? And people look at you weird. People look at you weird if you don't get right in their ear and go. They make noises, but I'm just like, okay, like silently face fucking them.
You should whisper some dank memeage in their ear, and they'll just won't want to talk to you ever again. It's like, that guy just says meme shit all the time.
Yeah, I'll just feel like, it's free real estate.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I wouldn't like that either. I have a no touching policy. I don't like being touched. So even like the hug would fucking piss me off.
Yeah, well, the thing I hate most about it is when you meet in a group of people, you go one by one.
You just form an orderly line.
Seriously, when her Italian side of the family came over, that's all we were doing. Like, we formed a line, they formed a line, and we just went parallel to each other, like, greeting each other. It's so stupid. And, like, the French people that know me, that know they don't, that I don't want to do this fucking bullshit kiss the side of my head thing, they'll go, okay, I'll shake his hand instead. Which is, yeah, first time you meet someone, or if it's formal, you'll shake the hand, but why you don't need to shake my hand every time you see me. Just, I'm going to stay sat on the couch and I'm going to wave and say hi. That's enough. I don't have to get up and, like, jerk you off. Like, what the fuck?
I hate shaking people's hands. Whenever you meet someone like for a job interview or just any official capacity, the first thing they do is just outstretch their arm, and I'm like purposely put my fucking hand in my pocket so it gets all clammy, and I'm all like, "Here you go, you cunt." I just don't like
I'll start doing armpit farts first, and then
just shake your hand, mate, and then be like, "You still want to fucking shake my hand?"
Another great thing that happened to me in France. I have a sleep apnea machine. I don't know if I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but basically it blows air into my nose to keep a constant pressure in my throat.
Mate, your dick didn't get stuck in that tube as well.
No, it's not a tube either. Okay. But it keeps a constant pressure in my throat, so my throat doesn't close up. And it's like Danny said the other day. For the last thing you want to be bad at is breathing.
Yeah. Of all the things you can suck at in the entire world, you suck at breathing.
But yeah, I pressed the wrong button. There's a ramp button on it, which basically means it'll slowly ramp into whatever pressure it needs to be. But for some reason, if you turn that off, it's like, okay, full pressure. And I don't know what I didn't realise, but that was on all night, and all night I was having dreams about farting. Like, I had 5 different dreams in different settings with different people, and every single one was about me farting. And then I woke up and realised that I had spent the night farting, basically, because the machine had pumped so much air into me. I was inflating. My stomach had inflated. Like, I was bloated like a starved African child. And I was just farting the air out for, like, the next 6 hours.
Apparently it's ridiculous. A disease, that.
What?
When you see African children that are skinny as fuck but they've got massive bloated bellies.
Yeah, there's a word for it, but I can't remember what it is. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, sucks.
It's shit.
It sucks that you're constantly starving, but you look like you're eating a small village. Everyone's passing around like the rice and beans, and everyone's like, "Don't give anyone a fatty over there. It's clearly already eaten." He's like, "I'm starving."
So, also over Christmas, I noticed something trending on Twitter. Well, Poundland was trending on Twitter.
Okay.
And I was like,
what have they done now?
Why? So I sent you a link, but I don't know if you checked it out. You were probably busy. I mean, it was Christmas after all.
I'm busy doing fuck all, man.
Yeah. But basically, Poundland's whole marketing scheme on Twitter over Christmas was fucking genius. It was, you know, that Elf on a Shelf bullshit that Asda started. So they've got their own like £1 cheap ass version of that, and they've put him in different situations. I'm just trying to get it up on Twitter so I can describe some of them. But they were so, like, I can't believe the marketing team got away with it. I can't believe somebody was like, yeah, do that. So I'll just get past all the current Poundland shit. So this one, for example, the Elf on a Shelf has a mustache drawn on his face, and there's a sign that says free mustache rides.
Okay.
There's this one where he's playing poker with loads of naked Barbie dolls, and the copy is Joker, Joker, I really want to poker. There's this one where he's teabagging a Barbie doll with a tea bag. There's one where he's been sellotaped to the wall by the Barbie dolls, and it says foreplay. That's one very prickly Christmas tree. He's drawing a dick. Don't tell Rudolph I've found a new piece of ass, and he's riding on a donkey. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But this one as well. This animated one where he's scrubbing his scrotum with a toothbrush. It says that's one way to scratch that itch. And I just remembered there is another one. This one, he's drawing boobs on the front of a car. This one is brilliant. So it's an animation of him like diving from cup to cup, and the cups all say "what a bunch of cocks," and they've got chickens on them. Yeah. But as Ash just saw, at the end he stands up fully, and this huge dick just falls out of the mug, and they've censored it obviously, but that's pretty shocking. Like that they're getting away with that. And the marketing team was like, let's just
Poundland does shocking shit all the
Elf
time.
on a Shelf a dick. I've never seen them do anything like that.
I mean, I saw a Facebook post right recently where someone was all like, "Oh, we bought these toys from Poundland. It's like a microwavable monkey plushie. It's supposed to be. It's like called Warm Hugs or something like that. The brand. You shove it in the microwave for like 30 seconds or something, and then give it to your child, and it's like a warm hug.
Right. Okay.
It melts in the fucking sets on fire and melts in the microwave.
Oh my god!
Everyone's all like, "Oh, big shout out and all that." I just want to make sure everyone's aware. If you bought these, you know, they're not microwavable safe at all. You know, and they're all like, "Shame on Poundland." I think it was Poundland or something. And I was just like, sat there like, "You bought it from Poundland? What the fuck did you expect?"
Yeah.
The only person who's liable is you for being a fucking cheapskate and buying a £1 teddy for your child.
Yeah. I reckon it was probably like there was a hot water bottle in it or something that you could take out and microwave.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about the Breath of the Wild DLC?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing over Christmas anyway.
Yeah, I already completed.
Yeah, you did it the day it came out, I'm pretty sure. Or the day after.
I don't know. For like Zelda's first like proper DLC.
Yeah, I've never had DLC.
I quite enjoyed it. You know, I wasn't expecting anything massive.
Yeah,
it would have been nice to like help Zelda. Like find first off, right? It's so shitty that she's always stuck in the castle.
Yeah,
no
I know.
What you do, it's like really depressing.
Yeah.
Like I've saved her 5 times already, mate. I just want her out of the castle.
Yeah.
I want to like take her to somewhere safe, give her a cup of hot chocolate, cuddle her and be like, "You're okay now. I've got you." But like, yeah, so I went to be able to like go around Hyrule and, you know, make new allegiances and all that shit and get Zelda back on top and where she can start rebuilding Hyrule.
Yeah.
But that obviously didn't happen. It was just a bunch more trials. But I've got to give my hat off to them in that because they did make the trials more challenging this time around. Like the one where like 4 is it? Pedestals rise up out of the ground and you have to go to each one. And there's 3 locations on these stones you have to go and get and go find out where they are. I don't tell you any like specifically on the map. Yeah. It just shows you a bird's eye view of it. And you've got to kind of open your map and try and match the locations.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then when you get there, there's a bit of a puzzle to unlock the trial, and then you go and do the trial, which is another puzzle.
The puzzles are all pretty much the same. Like there was always one that was like go through the rings as fast as you can. Yeah. And stuff like that.
Oh, that I really liked the shield surfing one.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Was it Mount Hebra or something like that?
Yeah,
or Hebra. There was one that I was stuck on for like 20 minutes. It was for the what's her name? It was Mifa's trial thing, and it was like go to this location where Mifa did some sort of fucking trial herself back when she was alive, and wait for the sun to show the path or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck? Do I have to go across all these little stones here with a paths in between them? And I kept seeing, right, this little blue thing in the water, but I was like, in my mind I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was totally a fucking shrine that I did like months ago. Yeah. And then I was like, was there a shrine there? And then I just glide down, right, like, you know, I would have died anyway if it wasn't, because obviously it was quite far in the ocean. But it was a ring, and I was like, motherfucker, and you have to go through it, and then the thing pops up. I really like that.
Well, I'm pretty lucky because I figured it out pretty quickly. Well, I won't say figured it out. I was like, it can't be that, can it? And then I slept. Like I woke up at night and waited throughout the entire sunrise to see if anything like
I was expecting like
or whatever.
Massive shimmer.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't. All you had to do was follow the reflection of the sun on the water because it was like really long. Yeah, and then that led you to the blue ring that you had to go through.
Yeah, I like the cutscenes as well.
Yeah, the cutscenes were obviously the best bit.
I really
like Urbosa's cutscene was so good. Yeah, that was really cool.
Rivali's still a dick.
Yep. Yeah, I really hope they'd like redeem him a bit. And it looked like they were gonna like at first he was like struggling and everything, and then the last few lines he got was like, oh fuck you, I
think they're trying to show that he's not like all he's supposed to be, but it's like I got that at the moment he started talking. I really liked it. I liked the big boss battle at the end.
That was really cool. You said it was really hard to me though, and I don't think it was. I think it was quite.
Did I say it was really hard?
You said there's also a really hard boss fight. Like last time you were here, because I was like, oh, should we go through the rest of the DLC? And you're like, mate, there's like 4 more hours, and I was like, no way.
Because I didn't find it hard. I might have just been like,
right, okay.
I was either dumbing it down for your skills, or
yeah, exactly.
Or I don't know, I was just trying not to give stuff away, and like just.
Mm-hmm. It was really cool.
So I don't know if I said boss fight. I might have just said there's a really hard fight near the end.
You definitely told me it was a boss fight.
Yeah, so. I don't know. It was cool though. I liked it.
Yeah, it was cool. That they also added in another temple, dungeon, divine beast type thing, but that was really easy as well. Like when I got there, I was like, oh, I can't be arsed. Like the others were like so complicated the first time you do them.
Yeah.
But then it just wasn't complicated at all. It was like do this bit, then do this bit, then do this bit. It was like really linear.
And obviously, like the coolest thing about the whole DLC is the bike you get.
Mm-hmm. Well, Link's divine beast.
Yeah,
because he's
was awesome,
fully fledged champion.
And it goes for about 5 minutes, or something like that, 5-10 minutes. Then you got to refill it. And like the more like rare the material is, or like the higher the grade of the material, the more it fills the tank. But I've got like fucking 1 million apples, so I just for apples. Yeah, it's really fun. It's not the best controls, it does get stuck on things and bounce off things every now and then.
Yeah, I was trying to get it to drift, but every time I did it, it was so disappointing.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like it. It's a good bike, a good way of getting around. I just found it a bit weird though. That in the same DLC, they give you a saddle that can teleport your horse.
Yeah, and then you're never going to use it.
But then you get the bike afterwards, and you're all like, well, I'm never going to fucking... Plus, you can't even put the saddle on Epona, so...
Yeah.
It sucks.
I used it on the princess's horse, the white one.
Still not got that.
Oh, no way. Yeah. First thing I did with the bike was go to the top of the mountain that you shield surf down for that trial and go down it on the bike. That was pretty cool. I think I might have recorded it and put it on Twitter. So if you want to check that out, you know where to find it.
Yeah, it was good DLC. It was worth it. I thought. And I seen champions again. Yeah, good DLC. Worth a buy if you haven't bought it.
So, did you get around to finishing Mindhunters?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Well, we could have talked about it, but as you haven't seen it, I won't give you any spoilers. But I just found the ending a bit disappointing.
Right.
I feel like all the things we were saying about it when we talked about it on the podcast...
Like, got undone by the end.
Yeah, well, they weren't really undone. It was just like they got left behind. Like, we were saying how it was a really interesting dive into the psychology of serial killers and stuff. And like Edmund Kemper was really interesting because his personality didn't match up with the things that he'd done.
Yeah.
It just kind of dropped that eventually. Like they met another, I think 2 serial killers that were just cunts, and it was like, well, that's what you'd expect a serial killer to be.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you can expect every serial killer to be like Ed Kemper, though.
Yeah, like, well, that's true. Yeah.
He was highly intelligent and he knew how to play to a crowd and all that. Very charismatic, like typical, like what you expect of a psychopath.
Yeah. Well, the way it ended was like you could tell they had every intention of building suspense for season 2, but I just didn't care really. I was like, meh.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe you'll have a different impression of it. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention on.
Maybe.
So there's one last thing I want to talk about before we get on to reading the My Immortals fanfiction, which I actually have to find again, so that'll be fun. But I want to talk about a game. I don't know if you've seen it or heard about it, but I haven't played it. I've just seen a lot about it and watched a lot of videos about it, and I find it really interesting. It's basically called Doki Doki Literature Club.
I've seen some stuff about it. I've not played it.
Right, so it starts off, it's free as well, it's on Steam, so if you want to play it after hearing me talk about it, you should definitely go do it. It looks so cool. But it starts off like a normal dating simulator. So you've got 3 girls to choose from, and one of them is never really an option. So I think no matter what you do in the first one, the girl that's your friend from the start hangs herself. And it's just like so out of nowhere. Like towards the end, you start having these deep conversations about depression and stuff, but you sort of feel like you've helped her. I guess with certain choices, you don't But she hangs herself anyway. And then the game sort of glitches out, and your character has this big freak out, and then you get kicked back to the main menu. And the continue button is changed into like a string of like random characters. And if you click that, the game glitches out a little bit. It tries to start how it did the first time with you meeting your friend, but the sprite for that girl is all fucked up, and it's like switching between different body parts from the other two girls. And then the game just resets, and then it's like she's completely cut from the story. So you end up going to the literature club again, but not because of your friend, because of a different girl. And then you've got the two other girls to choose from. I haven't seen much about what happens to them. Like, one of them was talking about slitting her wrist, so it's probably... I think she stabs herself multiple times.
Okay.
And I haven't a clue what happened with the little pink-haired girl, but they both die, basically. And their character files get deleted from your computer by the third girl that you couldn't pick, who's called Monica, I think. And so if you start the game up once all those characters have been deleted, it's just you and her in the room, and she's like just talking to you about how it should be only her and she wants you all to herself and stuff. And then the only way to beat her, to get past that, is to go into the game files and delete her the same way she did to all the other people.
Wow.
So this is a really cool concept for a game, and everything's really cool. And you could just leave it at that and be like, wow, that was crazy, what a roller coaster and all this shit. But no, it does not stop there. So there's lots of references in the game to a different story. Like one of the girls who's really into reading, well, it's a literature book. She's got this book which seems to tell a story similar to some of the extra things you can find. So if you go into the character files, I think one of them is a string of code that you can convert into text, and it tells this story. Another one is a string of... No, it's a TXT file, but you can change the TXT to PNG, and then it changes into an image. And the image makes no sense, but if you invert the colours and then map it onto a 3D cone, it's a woman's face.
Wow. Like,
what the fuck? It's so crazy. And then there's another one which I think it's... I can't remember. I think you convert it into an image or something. No, it's even more complex. You change it into an audio file. The audio file makes no sense. You can convert the audio waveform into a load of blocks, a load of pixels. And the pixels are actually binary, and you can translate the binary into text. And then I think another one's just like a document or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's that kind of thing. It's that complicated. And all these different documents tell a different story about... I think the binary one, the hardest one to decode, is a message from Monica about how her and all the other girls are from a different game and they're not supposed to be there. And Yuri, the one who stabs herself, is the villain in that other game, I think. And the theory is that the people who made Doki Doki Literature Club and released it for free are making another game, and they only did this free game to generate hype for the other game that they're making.
That's fucking clever as shit.
It's so insane.
What happens if you delete that girl's like data like right from the start?
I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
Why would you want to get? She sounds awesome. It's totally wife material.
You should play it, mate.
Yeah,
I would, but my computer's not doing so well, and we need it to record this podcast.
I as well, but I'm gonna be really busy soon. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's not looking good for you, is it? So
let's have 5 minutes of silence while you try to find this My Immortal.
Okay, I found it. So it looks like they were just about to go to an MCR concert at Hogsmeade. It's worth clarifying. We last recorded before Christmas, so we got lost a bit. Also, we promise we have not read any of this, and it's still as fresh for us as it is for you, unless you've already read it before and you're only here for our reactions. So this next page is chapter 16 to 20. Chapter 16. Author note. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me your nut preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch.
Wow.
Give me back my fucking sweet you're supposed to rit this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. BTW, thanks to Brittany5655 for taking me Japanese. Teaching me Japanese.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's she falling out with her friend?
I guess she's fallen out with a friend.
What?
We
Give
were
her back
warned
her
about
what?
this at the beginning that the
Sweater.
I
Is that
don't
what she
know.
said?
Yeah, maybe. It says sweateat. I swear to you, God. I just called you God. I swear to God.
I had my suspicions.
We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where Good Charlotte had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. This is going to be so hard without Raven doing the spelling for her. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots and red ripped fishnets.
Oh, I missed her dressing herself, bro.
Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we stated moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Volsamore and the Death Dealers.
Hey kids, you want to buy some death?
What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR and you know how much I lick them. What, cause he gadgeted uncomfortably, cause guys don't like to talk about you know what.
No, we don't. No.
Why did you just touch wood? You were like, touch wood.
I don't know, I want to flail arms around and shit, but there's a mic.
What happened? It was like, gasp, the Voldemort and the Death Eaters, and then she's like, I'm not going to a concert with you. Like, you just did what? Yeah, because I yelled in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. Wutf. Are you giving in to the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now?
Christian.
No, he muttered loudly.
Oh.
Are you becoming a pret or what? I shouted angrily. Anyway, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by Good Charlotte to me. I was flattened because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I will have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Oh, that's Hermione, innit? Bloody Mary.
Probably.
Hajime mashite, girl, she said happily. She specs Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese?
She does not spec Japanese, she barely specs English, for fuck's sake.
Her Japanese is better spelt than her English, though.
Oh my god, sort your life out.
By the way, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. Okay? She failed all her classes and she skipped math.
They teach maths at Hogwarts?
Oh, wait. Is Willow her friend Raven? Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. Author notes, Raven, you fucking suck, fuck you.
Yeah, okay.
It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare Before Christmas. Das Nightmare Before Christmas?
What?
Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii, Bloody Mary shook her head energetically, lethargically?
Kawaii as in cute or kawaii
Yeah.
as in scary?
Oh, maybe scary. Oh, yeah, no, kawaii is with an O. This is with an A, so it's definitely cute.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because she's a necrophiliac. Because he's a necrophiliac.
To add anyone, like, technically who has sex with vampires, necrophiliacs. I mean, if they existed. No.
She's so angry at her friend.
Why?
After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Moopin did it with... Moopin? did it with her because he's a necrophiliac.
Poor Lupin.
Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR. I said, I need to wear, like, the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. Totally, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right, I asked, already getting out my... Hot Topic loyalty card? She's put SPSHCIAL. I don't even know what she's trying to say. Special?
I don't know.
She's special, mate. No, my head snapped up. What? My head's spooing? I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts. Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me or me. Vampire? Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Broms. Dumbledore, I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was hotter than Gerard, except not cause that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. What the fuck is this?
What is happening? What? Why fucking... Oh my god, he's hotter than Gerard, but not really, because that's impossible. Then don't say he's hotter than Gerard.
I know. Ryan's style is so weird.
It's just fucking... Whatever her mind's thinking, she's written it down. It's fucking mental diarrhea.
The real goths. She's spelling goths with 2 Fs, by the way. That's why I'm saying it like I'm retarded.
Goths.
Me and Bloody Mary asked... Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many poses there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. No, they're going to spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what, I'm going to have to give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit.
Oh my god.
Hey, are you going to be at the concert tonight, he asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, by the way, my name's Ebony Darkness Dementia Tara Way.
Tara? That's new, isn't it?
Yeah. What's yours? Tom Ridd, he said and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight.
Black dyed hair? Tom Riddle had black hair.
Yeah.
I've actually watched the movie.
Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my boyfriend Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom looking worried. Oh my fucking god, Ebony, you need to get back into the castle now. Wait, did they go to this concert or not? I thought Voldemort was there.
Right, so Voldemort exists in this story, but so does Tom Ridd.
Tom Ridd, yeah.
How is that happening? Does she know these people are the same people?
I know. Chapter 17, author notes. I said stop flaming you, Destrio? If you're a prep, then do not read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck. Oof. P.S. Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give you back your poster.
Wow.
I hope Raven does come back, mate. I need her. I need to be able to read this.
I hope Raven doesn't. She don't need this person in her life.
Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with...
Did he just say Tom Riddle?
Yes. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual.
Oh my
in
God.
brackets. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fujoking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look quiet, she said. Yeah, but not as quiet as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. I thought she was dead and got raped.
You can't rape a corpse, mate.
Well, I thought she was dead and got fucked by Lupin. She's back now, apparently. And she's kawaii. She's kawaii.
You're just trying to fucking, amend the fucking bridge that she burnt down just so, in the hopes that this Raven girl will fucking start writing a shit.
Yeah, I know. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs.
Milk truck just arrived.
And everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. Then maybe.
Yeah, maybe she's anorexic. If she's thin enough to be anorexic, I'm pretty sure that's enough to fit the criteria.
So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm gone with Diabolo. Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they were... They thuffed. They were hot too.
Thought they were hot too.
Cool. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants. I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. Black leather pants, a gothic black Go Charlotte t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Bloody Mary was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Naval, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash, died spelled D-Y-E-D. Naval converted to Satanism and went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes and black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing black hair. We call him Dracula now. It was Dracula a minute ago, but it was Dracola. Now it's Dracula. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's Black Mercy
Neville
Benz.
is Neville.
Yes.
Right. That's ridiculous. Wait, his parents were vampires, but they died in a car crash.
Yes.
Does that work?
They just happen to have wooden stakes on the dashboard.
Yeah, they're just driving along like, oh, I wonder if that wooden stake's going to impale one of these days. I should probably take it down. Oh, no.
Oh, somebody rigged his airbag with a wooden stake so when he hit the... Anyway. Yeah, so they were going in Draco's black Mercedes-Benz. I didn't get that from the Mercy-Benz.
I swear, right, when you make a drink came out of this, every time she dresses herself or, like, says the word black, just shot.
Unless she's talking about a person.
Every time she addresses the flamers or calls, suspects people are being prepped.
Yeah. That his dad Lucian gave him. He did pot, coke, and crack. Oh, we did pot, coke, and crack.
Also, she's like
evolved from
just smoking
cigarettes and drugs.
Cigarettes and drugs. Now she's doing fucking all of it.
Pot, coke, and crack, mate.
Pot, coke, and crack.
Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. ... I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. Oh, I wish it was easier to read. He had long, raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice.
Ethnic voice?
What?
What, does he sound like a fucking African child or something?
There's one thing this person is absolutely brilliant at, and it, like, most people would just make a typo and that's it, but she manages to make a typo that's an absolutely different word that just makes a sentence hilarious.
What does she mean by ethnic?
Ethereal?
Epic?
I don't know how you could get from epic and go ethnic.
It's like, right, she had autocorrect.
Yeah.
And it was like, epic's not a word, you mean ethnic?
We moshed to Helena and some other song. I wish she did use autocorrect, mate. Suddenly Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Jared at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. Draco and I came? It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers.
Oh, am I having a stroke?
Yeah, I swear this happened.
Deja vu, like, to the max.
You moronic idiots, he shooted angstily. In a bit, I told you to kill vampire, thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Why does he need a knife? I thought he could alacadabra. Suddenly a gothic old man flew, spelled F-L-U, in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black breed. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore.
Dumbledore's a goth now. Avril Lavigne is not gothic in any sense of the fucking her portrayal. Like,
I wonder if Raven used to like condense his paragraphs down because some of this is ridiculous, mate. Okay, chapter 18, author notes. I said stop flaming. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for help and stuff. You rock and you're not a prep. Thanks for Masuta. P.S. The order Urson Dumbledore swore is cause he trying to be gothic, so there.
Okay.
I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow. Blood, bed, lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly, and I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the school. Get it? Skull, because I'm gothic and I like death. Aha. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. The broom stuff? The bristles?
The bristles?
There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall, spelt G-R-A-T-E. There all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too, but you would see that there was a pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were pastors of posters, bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. What? What the fuck? I shouted at me and you both. Going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a gold Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs with black boots and fishnets. Vampire Dracula and Draco came and we all started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi.
This fucking story is like 50% her dressing characters.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, she's not getting creative with it. Everything's black this, blood red that, fucking low cut this with fucking rips and leather that. And it's like, fucking, we get it. You want to be a goth?
I know. Those guys are so fucking hot, Naval was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. Yeah. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had
Dumbledore.
Normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. not H-A-I-R, H-A-R-E.
Just got a fucking hair.
Dumbledore, question mark, the number 1, exclamation mark. We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other, all disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we took transformation.
Albert?
Yeah, his name's Albus. We were holding hands. Voldemort looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way.
What?
But I didn't say anything.
As opposed to crying blood in a preppy way.
I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted.
He's like fucking 200.
I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise.
Is that the name of the...
It's the name of the chapter. It's also a
Are we carrying on with
song,
that?
I think. Well, I want to finish a page at a time. There's like 2 more chapters on this page.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Chapter 19. There's author notes. Please stop flaming the story. If you do your fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? From now on, I'm going to delete your reviews. By the way, I have no idea. I don't have a clue. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to, the MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad and started crying, all hot and angsty. Sensitive by guys are so hot. No one fucking understands me, he shouted angrily, and as his black hair, like a rabbit, went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in the Boulevard of Balkan Dreams. I'm pretty sure it's a meme.
Boulevard of Balkan Dreams.
If we Google Boulevard of Balkan Dreams, we will find one of those Bork supercuts that people do. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt and a black dye. Get it instead of tie, because I'm gothic. I was wearing a black... You can't misspell things and act like you're doing it on purpose when you misspell every other fucking word. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it. All over it, again, for some reason. A black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email me if you want to see the pic.
I'll just Google it.
Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted.
I think, like, I'm having an aneurysm, mate. Who's she talking to?
Draco. He's being sensitive because the bi guys are so sensitive.
But I thought she liked that, but now she seems angry that he's sensitive. Whatever, mate. Go carry on. It's like penal. It only gets worse when you stop. Just go through it.
But it was too late. I knew what I heard, spelled H-E-R-D. I ran to the bathroom, angrily cring. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces. Like Benji.
Did you say feces?
She said feces!
What the fuck?
In the video for girls and boys, Raven that I saw our video, I took out a cigarette and started to smoke some pot. That's not how it works. Like, there's not, you know, like menthol, you crack the little thing and it turns menthol. You can't do that with a cigarette to turn it into Mary, do you wanna?
Listen, right? She's a vampire, and she's at Hogwarts. She might have just waved her womb.
Suddenly Hagrid came.
Because she was waving her womb, mate.
He had aperiated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. What the fuck? Do you think you should actually use a pot to smoke pot? What do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid, someone else was with him too. For a second I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are? I gasped. She put R as the letter R, so it was really hard to read MCRR.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20.
It's so creepy that
last chapter on this page.
Getting involved in this teenage love triangle thing.
Yeah. Author notes, I said, do not care what you think. Soft flaming, okay, preps. Number 1, thanks to Raven for their help. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates.
Okay.
All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black... I'm just going to skip addressing herself because you all know what she's wearing. MCR were going to the concert again since Voldemort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrist while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited.
Voldemort took over the last one and the one before that, which may have been the same
Which
one.
may not have happened. Yeah, did you miss that, by the way? She slit her wrists feeling excited.
Yeah, fucking edge on this girl, mate.
Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to... Why are you trying on clothes? You just dressed yourself! I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again.
Sacredly,
Sacredly hopped.
Hopped.
No, I actually, get it, hell, because she spelled actually horrifically wrong and the word hell is in there. Can I please borrow some... condoms? Condoms, he growled angrily.
You not get that?
No, it's spelled C-O-N-D-E-M-N-S.
Yeah, right. Fucking condemns. It's like safe sex, but it's condemning you. You will be going to hell.
Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fuck her, he said, gong away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I gasped.
She said 6.
She said 6. I think she was just being, snarky.
That's a fucked up joke, mate.
Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it. And Dobby was watching, exclamation mark.
What was Dobby wearing? I want to know about that. Tell me
Dobby
what
was wearing one black sock on his dick. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it, but both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now.
I feel like when she says, oh yeah, I love seeing guys do it, is like when secretly racist white guys are like, so my friend's a black man?
Yeah.
It's totally the same fucking vibe.
Whoa, I missed a section?
No.
So I was surprised because the next line is, what the fuck is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. But I was like, I don't remember Snape or Lupin coming to the door, but I missed the part. So she opened the door, she said, what the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. Well, if you're gonna offer like that.
Just a straight up open invitation. You're gonna rape me or what? I can't stand around all day.
I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around Hem and Snap, since he was a pedo. And Dumbledore's fine with it.
That's the 6-year-old joke that...
Yeah, that's why she said
Right.
it. Ow.
It's a shit joke, but I'm not confused anymore.
Yeah. Only you wouldn't give them to me. Oh, so I'm going back to... What the fuck is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replayed. You dimwit, Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out, or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run, they chased me, but I threw my wound at them, and they tripped over it. Even if she did throw a wand, why would she throw a wand? There's like a million different things she could throw from her wand, but she threw a wand at them.
Yeah, she could have fucking alacadavered them.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck? Where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. C-U-M.
Okay.
Vampire said, shaking his head. You wanna come? with me to the concert. Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black... Dog father?
Did it literally say dog father?
It says dog father.
Jesus, I thought you were just...
That's a great joke, mate. Props. Whatever. Sirius Black. She spelled it serious, yeah.
Sirius Black.
Had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Enderby on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert. MCR were there, playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm.
An orgasm?
Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. End of chapter.
He's a fucking pussy, isn't he?
He's a bit of a pussy,
Also...
mate.
Is she aware that My Chemical Romance did more than just Helena?
Yeah.
Mate, this fucking story, I'm sure is doing something to my brain.
Yeah. Well, imagine what it's doing to me, mate. It's so hard to read. So, next episode, you're going to read.
I'm reading. Okay. How many pages are left?
There's 14. I think we're on page 9.
Alright, okay.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. We really appreciate
Plug our links, bro.
Yeah, I'll plug the links. You can find us on Twitter at UT2cast. You can find us on our website, ut2cast.podbean.com. You can also find us on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say iTunes, but we're on YouTube as well. UT2cast, Untitled-2 podcast. Search any of those things. You'll probably find us eventually. And we're on iTunes. Again, search the same shit and you'll find us. Bye.
Yeah, bye. You need to get really better at that fucking segment, mate. Like, miles better.
Yeah, I know.
He got so derailed and he's like, you're trying to get back on course, but he's like, oh no, shit, I've gone on the other side of the fucking rails now.
Shit show.